What if the biggest reason you're unhappy is that you're trying too hard to make everyone like you? Imagine living a life where criticism doesn't control you, rejection doesn't break you, and other people's opinions no longer decide your happiness. Sounds impossible, but one book challenges everything we've been taught about success, relationships, and self-worth. That book is The Courage to be Disliked by Ichiro Kishimi and Fumitake Koga. In today's video on MindShelf, you'll discover the life-changing lessons that can help you stop seeking approval, overcome fear, and finally start living life on your own terms. About the authors, Ichiro Kishimi is a Japanese philosopher and Adlerian psychologist who has spent decades studying the ideas of Alfred Adler. Together with writer Fumitake Koga, he co-created The Courage to be Disliked, a book that has inspired millions of readers around the world. Instead of offering quick motivational tips, they challenge the way we think about happiness, relationships, and success. Their message is simple but powerful. True freedom begins when you stop living for other people's approval. Through a unique dialogue between a philosopher and a young man, they present timeless ideas that can completely change the way you see yourself and the world. Lesson 1. Separation of tasks. The core philosophy of The Courage to be Disliked is the separation of tasks, which teaches individuals to clearly define what belongs to them and what belongs to others to achieve emotional peace. Most interpersonal conflicts and emotional suffering stem from crossing this boundary either by intruding on someone else's tasks or allowing them to interfere with one's own. The ultimate guide for this principle is to constantly ask, whose task is this? The answer lies in identifying who will ultimately bear the consequences of the choice or action, as that person is responsible for the task. Your actions, such as your efforts, career choices, honesty, and kindness, are entirely your tasks to manage, and you must own them completely. Conversely, how others perceive, judge, or react to these actions is strictly their responsibility and therefore their task. For example, if you exert effort in your work, you have fulfilled your duty. If your boss reacts with praise or criticism, that reaction is their task, not yours. Taking on the emotional burden of trying to manage or control their reactions is futile, leading to anxiety, exhaustion, and unnecessary stress. True freedom is achieved by letting go of the need for external approval. The desire for everyone to like you is a trap that often results in living a life designed to meet others' expectations, causing you to lose your authentic self in the process. Having the courage to be disliked does not imply being antagonistic or hurtful, but rather prioritizing your own values over the need for universal validation. By mastering the separation of tasks, you can alleviate the immense weight of others' opinions, eliminate guilt regarding their emotions, and focus your energy on cultivating a genuinely meaningful and authentic life. Lesson 2. All people are equal. 300 words. The book strongly opposes the conventional yet destructive idea of viewing life as a competitive race or a series of vertical relationships. In this common, flawed model, individuals constantly evaluate who is superior, above, and who is inferior, below, in social, professional, or personal situations. This mindset creates an environment riddled with fear, envy, and deep insecurity. If you view a friend or colleague as a rival, their success or happiness feels like your personal failure. This approach locks you in a toxic cycle of feeling superior when you win and experiencing profound worthlessness or jealousy when you lose, ultimately hindering your personal growth and happiness. The author advocates for a radical shift towards horizontal relationships, where all human beings are viewed as equal despite their vast differences. No one is inherently superior to you, nor is anyone inferior. We are all just walking our own unique paths. Life should not be viewed as a race with a single finish line. Instead, it is better envisioned as a vast, open plain where everyone is moving forward at their own distinct pace. Therefore, the only productive comparison you can ever make is with your past self, striving to be better than you were yesterday, rather than trying to outdo someone else. Adopting this horizontal view transforms your social world. You stop perceiving people as potential threats, competitors, or judges, and start seeing them as comrades, partners, or friends. You gain the ability to sincerely celebrate another person's success because their victory does not in any way diminish your own value or worth. This mindset removes the toxic need to manipulate people through conditional praise or to look down on them through criticism. It allows you to build genuine, profound connections rooted in mutual respect and shared humanity. By treating everyone as an equal partner, you break free from social anxiety, fostering a supportive community and discovering greater peace. Lesson 3. The past does not determine the future. Reject trauma. Past events do not force you to act a certain way today. Choose meaning. You decide what your past experiences mean to you right now. Focus on now. Your life is decided by the goals you choose in the present. Take control. Stop using your past as an excuse to avoid changing your life. This lesson is based on Adlerian psychology, which completely rejects the idea that your past trauma controls your destiny. While something bad might have happened to you in childhood, that event does not have the power to dictate how you live today. You are not a machine controlled by past causes. Instead, you are a human being who acts according to current goals. People often hold on to past pain because it gives them a convenient excuse not to change, as change requires effort and courage. If you blame your parents or your past for your current unhappiness, you're giving away your power. The moment you realize that you create the meaning of your past, you become free to design a completely new future starting right now. Lesson 4. All problems are interpersonal relationship. Problems know isolation. If you were the only person alive, loneliness would not exist. Stop comparing. Internal suffering comes from comparing yourself to other people. Drop the ego, feeling inferior or superior. Both stem from relationship anxieties. Find peace. Healing your connections with others heals your inner mental peace. The book states that if you look deeply at any problem in your life, it always involves other people. Financial stress, career anxiety, body image issues, and low self-esteem only exist because we live in a society with others. If you were the absolute only human universe, you would not worry about your height, wealth, or success because there would be no one to compare yourself to. We create our own suffering by looking at others and feeling either inferior or superior. When you stop viewing life as a constant social competition, your relationship problems disappear. True mental peace comes from realizing that other people are not judges watching you, but simply fellow human beings living their own lives. Lesson 5. The desire for recognition makes you. Unfree, break the chains. Chasing praise makes you a slave to other people's expectations. Reward trap. Do not do good things just to get a reward or a compliment. Live honestly. True freedom means being okay with people not noticing your efforts. Self-reward. Find happiness in the action itself, not in the applause that follows. From a young age, society conditions us to seek praise and avoid punishment, which creates a toxic need for recognition. When you live your life trying to satisfy the expectations of your parents, teachers, or boss, you are not living your own life. You are living their life. If you only do good deeds or work hard to get a good job from someone else, you will stop doing those things the moment the praise stops. This makes you completely dependent on outside validation. To be truly free, you must have the courage to work hard and do the right thing, even if absolutely nobody notices, praises, or thanks you for it. Lesson 6. Lifestyle is a choice, not a fate. Pick your personality. Your lifestyle is your deeply ingrained way of thinking and acting. Stop making excuses. You choose to stay unhappy because it feels safe and familiar. Accept the discomfort. Changing your life requires the courage to face the unknown. Start today. You can choose a completely new way of living at any exact moment. In Adlerian psychology, lifestyle means your personality, worldview, and daily habits. The book argues that you chose your current lifestyle around the age of 10, but you can choose to change it at any moment. Many people complain about their lives but refuse to change because staying the same is comfortable, predictable, and safe. Changing your lifestyle requires you to step into the unknown, which brings anxiety and the risk of failure. People often choose to remain unhappy because it is easier than taking the risk to be happy. Real change requires you to stop making excuses, accept the temporary discomfort of growth, and actively choose a new way of thinking. Lesson 7. Community feeling is the ultimate goal. Look outward. Switch your focus from "what will they give me" to "what can I give?" Build belonging. True belonging is something you earn through the active contribution. Drop self-interest. People who only think about themselves are actually deeply insecure. Serve others. True happiness comes from knowing you are useful to your community. Many people enter relationships asking, "What can this person do for me?" or "How do they view me?" This intense self-centeredness is the root of loneliness and anxiety. The book introduces community feeling as the ultimate goal of human development, which means shifting your focus from yourself to the welfare of others. You cannot demand a sense of belonging from a group. You must build it by actively contributing to the well-being of the people around you. When you shift your mindset from self-protection to community service, you realize that you are a valuable part of a larger world, which cures your deep-seated loneliness. Lesson 8. The courage to be normal. Drop perfectionism. You do not need to be special or famous to have value. Accept ordinary life. Being ordinary is not the same as being lazy or incompetent. Value the mundane. Find deep joy in ordinary, everyday moments and small tasks. Remove pressure. Stop torturing yourself with impossible standards of elite success. Modern society pushes the narrative that you must be a superstar, a billionaire, or a famous influencer to have a meaningful life. The book calls this the refusal to accept the normal self. People who desperately want to be special often view an ordinary life as a massive failure. This mindset causes constant anxiety and self-hatred. The courage to be normal means accepting that you do not need to prove your superiority to the world to have worth. An ordinary life filled with honest work, good relationships, and simple pleasures is deeply beautiful and entirely sufficient. Accepting your normality lifts a massive psychological weight off your shoulders. Lesson 9. Life is a series of moments, not a line. Live in the now. Life is a dance happening right now, not a race to a finish line. Forget the peak. Do not treat the present moment as a mere tool to reach a future goal. The path is the goal. If you enjoy the journey, you have already succeeded in life. Stop waiting. Quit waiting for your real life to start in the future. We often view life as a mountain climb where the only thing that matters is reaching the peak. If you view life this way, the entire climb is just a miserable struggle until you arrive at the destination. The book argues that life is actually a series of dots, which are individual moments called now. Life is like dancing. The point of dancing is not to reach a specific spot on the floor, but to enjoy the movement itself. If you live intensely in the present moment, doing your best right now, your life is always complete. Stop putting your happiness on hold until you get that promotion, graduate, or retire. Lesson 10. The meaning of life is what you give it. No global meaning. There is no hidden, pre-written destiny for your life. You are the author. You must assign your own personal meaning to your existence. Use the guiding star. Let contribution to others guide you when you feel lost. Create your path. Freedom means you have the power to define what matters to you. The book concludes by stating that life in general has no inherent or predetermined meaning. There is no grand script written in the stars for you to follow. This realization can feel scary at first, but it is actually the ultimate form of freedom. Because life has no fixed meaning, you have the absolute power and responsibility to assign your own meaning to it. If you ever feel lost or confused about what to do with your freedom, the book offers a guiding star: contribution to others. As long as your actions help or value the people around you, you can never truly lose your way. Lesson 11. The fallacy of if only, vertical versus horizontal progress. Drop conditions. Stop thinking happiness is waiting behind a specific achievement. Break the illusion. Achieving a goal will not fix a toxic mindset. Change from within. True peace comes from your attitude, not your status. Live immediately. Stop making your joy conditional on future events. Many people fall into the trap of living a life based on conditional happiness. They tell themselves, if only I get that promotion, I will be confident. Or if only I find a partner, I will stop feeling lonely. This is a massive psychological illusion. If you have an internal mindset of insecurity and competition, achieving your external goals will only provide temporary relief. Soon, you will find something new to worry about. The book teaches that you must choose to be happy and at peace right now, exactly where you are. Your internal state determines your reality, not your external trophies. Lesson 12. Active self-reliance versus passive dependency. Own your choices. You are the creator of your own emotional state. Stop playing victim. Blaming others for your mood gives them full power. Choose your response. You cannot control events, but you control your reaction. Actively build life. Move from waiting for help to taking immediate action. A highly unique perspective of Adlerian psychology is that emotions are tools we use to achieve our current goals. For example, we do not shout because we are angry. We create anger as a tool to dominate someone else or get our way. This means you are never a passive victim of your emotions or your environment. If you sit around waiting for someone to make you happy, rescue you, or understand you, you are living in passive dependency. True freedom requires active self-reliance. You must accept that you alone are responsible for your happiness, your mood, and your next step in life. Lesson 13. Comrades over competitors. The world is a friendly place. Change your view. Stop looking at society as a dangerous battlefield. Drop the armor. Thinking everyone is out to judge you breeds constant anxiety. See the support. Look at other people as helpful partners, not bitter rivals. Live with trust. Deep peace begins when you trust the world around you. A truly unique insight from the book is that your entire experience of life changes based on how you view humanity. If you perceive the world as a battlefield, you will view every single person you meet as a potential enemy, competitor, or critic. This mindset forces you to stay on high alert, constantly guarding yourself against judgment and failure, which makes it impossible to find genuine happiness. The book urges you to radically shift your perspective and view other human beings as your comrades. When you realize that people are not actually spending their time watching, judging, or plotting against you, the heavy armor of social anxiety falls away. You stop seeing a colleague's success as your failure. Instead, you begin to see the world as a safe, friendly, and supportive place where everyone is simply trying their best to navigate life together. Final thought. So that's the powerful message of the courage to be disliked. The biggest lesson from this book is simple. The moment you stop living for other people's approval, you finally start living for yourself. Real freedom begins when you have the courage to be your true self. If this video changed the way you think, don't forget to like and subscribe to MindShelf. Every week we bring you the world's most powerful books explained in a simple way that can transform your mindset and your life. And here's a question for you. What's one fear that's been stopping you from living the life you truly want? Let me know in the comments. I read every one of them. Until the next book. Keep learning, keep growing, and remember, one powerful idea can change your entire life. See you in the next video.